As the sun sets on another wonderful day here at the Seka Safari, our wonderful African wild dogs give birth to their first offspring. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's me, Matthew, or MJ for short, and welcome back to my playthrough of Plan Zoo Cons Edition and my current zoo, the Seka Safari. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode takes right after the previous episode, directly afterwards. And I think I'll tell you guys now in a second what the plan is for today's episode. But when you look at that beautiful sunset, just look at that for a second and admire the beauty on these beautiful plains. It is just stunning, isn't it? But yes, our African wild dogs, their small little family, have given birth to the first little prince. The baby known as we see his name, Sahil, or Salil. Of course, only one, sadly, was born. He has some pretty decent genetics, all things considered, and he'll be one of many, many wild dogs that will come out of this beautiful bloodline of animals. And from last time, we built up this little, we were building up this little enclosure, added the wild dogs into the enclosure. Today's plan. Today features many plans, I do think. We're going to potentially see the introduction to our next exhibit animal, and some general improvements around the zoo. Now, in this episode, we're not going to be building or expanding, I don't think. Maybe in the last couple bits of the episode, we'll probably be building up this enclosure. But I genuinely think that we're going to be, this is more of like just a complete spring cleaning episode, if I might say that. We're going to get some things out of the way, witness some beautiful births of some new animals, and yeah. So, on the agenda for today's episode, we're going to be revamping these two areas, covering up this area, hopefully with some more plants, and just, I don't know what we're going to do on this side, I don't know what's the plan yet, and just see where the zoo goes, because, oh, and a little extra thing, we're going to be adding to this cafe area. I want to build like a little jungle themed, like a little area around this thing, because they're like, oh, but what, isn't it a good theme? I think it does, in a sense. Like the transition between the jungles of Madagascar to the wide open plains of Serengeti. That's what the kind of theme I'm going for. Is like small transition in and out, because this is meant to be from here onward. It's meant to be the Great African Plain, as it just says right there in the attraction title. That's the plan. Now, today's episode will be full of much of me essentially just speed building, getting things done, and just designing. That's all I intend to do today. Now, me saying that, of course, there'll be many things be happening during the episode, so I'll give you guys a clue in after a bit of each speed build, because I anticipate there being many children, and I do mean many children, being, what the, hold on a second, ambient speaker. When did I put this in the zoo? I remember when, in the cutaway, I did screw around with it, but I didn't think I actually, okay, whatever, ignore it. Oh yeah, and I guess I should probably give an update on the red-tufted lemurs. Yeah, they're breeding out of control. We have a situation on our hands. I've lost track of how many are born at this point. Yep, there's the swarm right here. So let's see if we can count real quick. One, two, three. Oh, hold on. One, two, three, four. Four in here. All right, that's not too bad. And then hold on, wait. One, two. Oh, there's more now. Two, five. Okay, I've counted five. 6, 7, 8. Okay. So bare minimum was 8 in this enclosure. Ugh, and nutrition is taking a kick here, but it's fine. Oh, another warthog's gonna die of old age. What a shame. I've got a food coming along, by the way. Holy hell. Um, $1,000 per feed. Where in? Wait, jeez, how much does it cost to feed them? Holy hell. Okay, I didn't anticipate it would cost this much to feed. Okay, well, I guess it's bringing in the money, but okay. Pause the game. We need to get research on these animals ASAP. Of course, before we do that, we probably want to get these researchers just more trained up, I think, might be the best option for us. Oh, and, hmm, guess think everything is underpriced. Luckily for me, I can change that. $18 for child and adult. Isoka is about to mature. Alright, that's fine. Let's me get the education booth out. There we go. Now, okay, I'm gonna place a bunch of these consoles around, I think. Like this, yeah. There we go. I'll place another one over here. Actually, I guess what I'm doing is I can give you guys some like lore about myself, I guess, in a sense. Why not? And let's see, whatever not covered yet. I already told you guys I'm South African, proud and born. I'm pretty proud to be. And what else? I told you guys I was a dinosaur kid for a very long time in my life, and still am at heart. Oh, I'm also a history fan. I love history. Just love history. Which I guess is, well, I guess as a purpose, I'm a history lover, as in the sense that I do not study history in school. I am currently in I guess, a grade 11, I guess 17, which is depending on I think the Commonwealth countries share the same system as us. I'm not dead sure. Let's make sure. Yeah, here we go. But essentially, I take tourism as a subject. Now, you're going to ask yourself, okay, what does tourism entail? And what does it entail to study tourism? And essentially, means like tourism essentially is just you learning about how how tourists travel, and says like what the point of tourism, how tourism helps sustain the economy of your country, and it's very relevant in terms of South Africa, because look, South Africa has a massive tourism industry. We have one of the largest in the world. Of course, we are blessed in South Africa to have many other industries. We're not like Japan or the Japanese, where we only have tourism and technology to guide us. We actually have many different sectors, whether it be agriculture, farming, agriculture is farming, mining, forestry. We do have tech also as a industry too. The entire thing is essentially that tourism in South Africa too. Because look, we mainly deal with foreigners, many Europeans, Americans. You know the stereotype of like, oh, in Africa, you have what was the stereotype that you had pet lions? No, we don't have pet lions here in South. Well, depends where we are. Depends. The more east you go, there's a high chance you might actually have pet lions. But essentially, the fact of the matter is that essentially we are do have actually have proper. Well, that's difficult to say now. Should I? we have proper water in this country. We actually have, drinkable water. We have sometimes have power. Depending on where you watch, depending on like what time you watch this, we may or may not have to be going through load shedding, which we call power cuts. But we are still in a developing country. We are still a very beautiful country. If you look at any of our tourism videos online or YouTube, we are a very beautiful nation. We have many national parks, many beautiful national parks. Other than the Kruger National Park, the oldest national park in South Africa, that contains the big five and the big five scariest. Well, I'd argue the big five scariest animals in Africa, but whatever. Essentially, to be as African, I think is a privilege and a half. Because look, no other nation on earth has such a diverse cast of animals. We have such a diverse cast of animals here in South Africa. Everything from the African wild dog, James buck, some forms of rare storks, even like plant life. We're one of the most biodiverse countries in the world. And also, people look at that actually makes me like very proud to be a South African too. Also, of course, depending on if you're, well, there's a high chance if you're a foreign viewer, at least come from the United Kingdom. We also have rugby here in South Africa, very good rugby. The Springboks. Springbok is also our national animal. Along with the protea, the king protea, for our national plant. We also have, I think we have, us as a country, we're the most culturally diverse too, because we house at least 11 different languages. Of course, you have anything from isiZulu to Xhosa to Afrikaans, which I am. I'm an Afrikaans speaking person. Of course, English is my first language, but I do have Afrikaans as my second language. Afrikaans is essentially a combination of, well, essentially it's kind of like an evolved version of Dutch. That's how I think. That's why I was like making my mind. Because Afrikaans combines like some Xhosa words with Dutch, and it turns into Afrikaans. The Dutch actually the Dutch used to have a word for Afrikaans speaking people. They called it kitchen Dutch, which I guess is like a kind of minor insult. And no offense taken, by the way. Love all the Dutch guys out there. All every single Dutch person. Uh, Holland is such a beautiful country. Would gladly go there any day of the week. Okay, lemurs are starting to mature. Let's see. Let's see. So the lemurs are doing surprisingly well for themselves. I'm quite shocked. They are currently. Adios also matured. Okay. I'll just take a quick step back here and really just handle the population boom. Okay, where's the male at? We need to find the male. Ideas matured. Okay, I got him in the treasure. Stop. Time. Here. Uh-oh. Okay, so where's the male? Are you the male? No, you're the male. Yeah, you're the male. Mahafale. Mahafale. Okay, it's fine. Box him up and send him in. Okay, cool. You gotta make sure these animals don't spread. Okay, so what's the situation currently over here in this enclosure? Other another being is gonna be dead soon. Chuma, you're here. You're fine. Wait, did she die without me seeing it? No way. Asina's matured, great. Yep, she's dead. Grah, man, it's a shame. Because Chuma is actually the second generation of the original warthogs we have here. He was the second generation. Those were like one of the original like, gold species we actually had. Such a shame that they're all dead now. Oh, okay. I'll have to get the mail now because it's gonna be a struggle for me. Wait, hold on. Ah, you're Hasina. Get the heck out of here. Okay. So after this is all said and done, education. Hold on. Education. But they are talking about the African wild dog. Yeah, cool. Now, I just got to make sure that the education levels are up. Okay, this is good. Obayani. Obay, what the hell's your name? Okay, I don't care. Get out. Oh. Yep, and I forgot again. I keep forgetting that you must feed the animals too. I'll put 2 water bowls. Call the keeper. Cool. That'll be handled. Good. Okay, cool. Okay. Lemurs. What's happening with lemurs? I need to try and identify every single dog possible. Okay, you're fine. You're fine. So many freaking lemurs. Okay. That should be handled. What's happening over here? This lemur. Okay. The babies are still around. Right. Let me see the population of this enclosure real quick. Hold up. Oh. Okay. Just making sure that we didn't somehow get more babies. Okay. Makes sense. Where's Darby at? Is it Darby? I keep forgetting the freaking names. Oh, the beer, sorry. Um, Children. Isoka is the only one that's matured. Stop time. Oh, the lemurs of them are starting to mature. Send you to the trade center. Baboon. A boom. Cool. Now, where was I? Yes. Look, so Africa is a very beautiful nation. I tried to model all the African bulls after some point in Africa, specifically. For instance, this enclosure here, the Lima Cafe. The Lima Cafe, yeah. I wanted to model it after a similar enclosure at Monte Cassino Bird Gardens, which is now, I don't know if it's open or not. I know what's happening there. I know it's been stripped a lot and things aren't going well there for the zoo. But it's just more like a small little animal sanctuary thing. And it's a similar type fence for like lemurs. I don't know, I can't remember. I think there's like ringtail lemurs there. Got that concept for that fence. Of course, the James Rock enclosure inspired someone after the Namibian Northern Cape at the Richtersveld Trans National Park. And the warthogs, I just built the warthogs the way I did it here. No real coherence. Okay, those protesters are still around. and I do not appreciate it. Okay. Unica is about to mature. Fine. Okay, what's happening here? I'm gonna stay on top of all the stuff that's happening now. Okay, I was gonna get the vets on everything here. You go on here. No. And then you get on the lemurs. Okay. So that's handled. Yeah. Now I'm going to do a quick speed build. Then I will come back and we'll summarize everything that's happened. Alright, let's let this time lapse begin now. In his little cove on the outskirts of his enclosure, he wonders to himself, what the hell have I been doing for the past 8 hours? Alright, I'm back. Listen, I've been building a lot of stuff. I put this entire area together, made it on theme, made it very scenic, like very scenic. It's a pretty beautiful little environment, this. Very, very beautiful. Now, of course, there's only a progress update. I haven't done the rest over here. I'm going to customize this wild dog enclosure. Or at least I'm going to try my best to do it at least. I've got a couple ideas for how to do it. And then, secondly, also did over here, this entire area. Got it all nice and fancied up. Everything is looking spick and span, perfectly trimmed. Well, perfectly trimmed, but also perfectly wild at the same time. Um, I'm actually surprised at something. I'm surprised. If you're going to go over here to my employees, right? I have what, 3 vets, 3 keepers, 3 mechanics. That's 9. 10 with the security guards. 14 with the keepers, caretakers, and then 13 with the vendors. Right. So bare minimum 27. I think 27 employees. Right. And I only have 2 small staff rooms. 2 small of them. And yet I'm not facing any overcrowding issues. Because there's what? So there's 2 guys in there. Okay. And then there's 2 guys over here. No, which one is it? I've always side ropes. Yeah. And then there's what, like 2 guys over here. And I realized why this is happening. Because I actually pressed this button. Look here. I added the rec room perk to the staff facility, meaning they'll actually recover energy slightly faster. Now, I'm wondering if I should change this out for, like, the better perk. I don't know. Look, I'm actually kind of happy with the way everything turned out with this. Oh yeah, and Sahila during the time lapse, he grown up. I moved him to the oh, oh no, 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 Chuma, no. Where's Chuma? Where is he? Where's Chumi? Yep, here he is. Rest now, sweet prince. You've lived a long life. Mind? Father of millions upon hundreds of children, and the ancestor to hopefully many more. In loving memory of Chuma. Bonzi, though, he actually lived a pretty long life than his his ancestors. Of course, I'm not going to be bringing up the warthogs. I think now, since I have the lemurs and stuff and they're all in check, I'm going to now just create like static enclosures for the gemsbuck and for the. Okay, whenever the gemsbuck started like dying out, I'm going to create like static enclosures, meaning that I'll just fill in fill in like random animals because I need to keep on top of everything else. So I think I'm only going to pay attention to like the actual conservation animals, and the rest I'll just fill in with like random stuff that I get. And at the run out population and trade center, I'll just fill them up with new and breed them up again. Same thing with the gemsbuck. Most of them have been, most of them actually grew up now. Did you see something here? Stressed. Yeah, many of them are stressed. But yeah, I think I'm going to now. I'm quickly going to try and design a couple of things. I'm going to do this next enclosure in a time lapse, and then I think I'll end off for the today. We'll introduce the aardvarks into this enclosure, and then before we end it off, I'll just do some basic keeping around the zoo. Look, I'm currently wondering to myself, like, what's the plan? What am I going to do over here? Because you can still see this open area, but at the same time, I want to maybe like build like an extra staff facility here, like just in case something's about to happen. Oh yeah, and by the way, for any update on the lemurs, yeah, there are so many babies. I don't know how they're critically endangered. They must be hunted in real life. How? They just breeding out of control. Yep. Okay. Speak of the devil. Staff's on the queue. Okay. Speak of the devil. Who would have thought? Now, I presume by the time I am finally done, most of these should be finished. Look, I might make this a static enclosure. I might do that. Because, I'll first have to see. I might have to reduce the population for the second generation of breeding. Because I can't stay on top of them. I just cannot. Every like 10 seconds, when I let the game run, one of them matures. So I'm going to have to keep on track of it. Okay, so I'm going to start the time lapse now. And then I'll come back to you guys and we'll put the artworks in. At that point, I'll also have to improve this area. And we'll end the episode off there. Alright, let the time. And I'm back. Now, a few things have happened since time lapse has started and ended. Mainly the fact that Pemba is about to die. GG. Represent RIP in chat. Yeah. And of course, the lemur over here, he's stressed out. Katie's stressed. Everyone has died. Luckily, I found a couple lemurs to replace him, as his lineage is gonna die out, I guess. Well, I guess one of his sons, Mandrisi, is around, so I guess his lineage continues on. And then over here at the lemur side, I put the male Mafala. I put him on contraceptions just until all the infants are grown up. Then I can move them out, and then we'll keep breeding them. Over here, the wild dogs had 2 kids. I shipped them out. They're out now currently. There's been 3 wild dogs in here. Mechanics doing amazing research. And we're about to put our aardvarks into this enclosure. Now, um, I've been thinking like, how am I going to handle overpopulation, right? Because I'm now worried that constantly having the game running, this enclosure going to have babies, this enclosure going to have babies. So, as therefore, I'm going to make these enclosures static and only focus on lemurs, wild dogs, maybe even aardvarks. This area is my conservation graded area. Up until I can get enough money for the start the big five, big cats, leopards, lions, cheetahs, then they'll become my money makers, and I'll make all these enclosures static. Get the best children, just put them in here, don't let them breed, and just continue cycling through. Okay, so let's get our aardvarks. So we're gonna put in 3. There we go. It's doing this weird glitch again. I don't know why it's doing this, where it constantly doesn't allow me to. Like, it highlights the area, it just doesn't highlight this exact thing. I wonder why. Alright, here they come. Here's our first set of wonderful little aardvarks. Little chonkers, little big chonkers. Alright, so here we go. Oh. Will overpopulation be that bad? Social welfare. It shouldn't be that bad. Okay, I can remove one then. I can remove one. Which one has the worst genes? Oh, well, they're gonna fight. Oh, they're gonna fight. Whoops. Okay. Get rid of you. I didn't know they could fight. Calm down, little one. You don't have to fight. You don't have to fight. Just calm down. Okay. Now they have some pretty high appeal. I think what 3,000? Yeah, appeal 3,000. That's pretty good appeal. Of course, they're gonna have there's 2 of them. It's a decent size enclosure. I didn't actually expect it. I thought they were smaller. So this is actually very good. So first things first, we'll get our researchers on top of it. Right. Then we want. Alright, and there we go, guys. So sorry I had to cut away for so quickly and do this quick time lapse, but these artworks are giving me so many issues when it comes to their social. So I just had to do this real quick to make sure that everything went well. By next episode, I will adapt this enclosure and make it change it up a little bit. I'll probably make it look a little canopy for the guests. I'll see. I've got a couple plans in the works for this. I've got a couple of good plans. So I do think that I'm going to end the episode here. Yeah, I'm going to end the episode here, guys. We did a lot in this episode. We built up we built up this area, did some minor macro stuff with the zoo, built up this area, fixed this wild dog enclosure, got the lemurs and the other animals in check. And by next episode, the zoo should be a little more fancier, a little more liking, to a little more appealing. And I think I'm going to do a complete overhaul of this area, just like how I did in the first couple episodes of this area. And by next episode, it should look completely different, or at least a little more improved. Right. And look, honestly, I'm probably gonna let the game run for a little bit too, like a couple of years. Let the game, like, give me some cash. I'll come back for, like, maybe a couple $100 million. Hopefully, my accountant will love me. The zoo's accountant will probably be praising me to no end because in the past couple of days, people wants to stab me multiple times. Because, okay, take a wild guess. This entire little grove costed me over almost $60,000. If the accountant heard about that, I'm pretty sure he would run me over with his car. In any case, I'm going to say, if I don't see you guys tomorrow, good evening, good afternoon, and good night, folks.